If you are watching this video right now, it means that the title worked. Now, recently I had an argument with Griffin Gaming in one of his live streams, which is why I'm going to say this. Griffin Gaming, if you're watching this video, and I know you're not, I got a bone to pick with you. Stop misusing the term Demake. So for those who don't know what a Demake is, allow me to explain. According to Wikipedia, a Demake is a video game remake on an older or less capable platform, or one which converts the game to an older graphical or gameplay style. The term Demake even has its own TV Troops page. Need more proof? The term Demake is even on the Urban Dictionary itself, which is why we will be going over the top 10 best Demakes of games ever made. Number 10. OpenLara, Game Boy Advance. Tomb Raider is a beloved classic back in 1996 for PC, PlayStation 1, and Sega Saturn. The modders of Tomb Raider that made the OpenLara engine decided to bring this game over to the Game Boy Advance. Yes, there's already Tomb Raider games on the GBA, but those are 2D games, and they're fun and all, but we're talking about the full-fledged, original 3D Tomb Raider game from 1996. Out of all the Demakes in this video, this is technically a Demaster. A Demaster being a watered-down version of the original without necessarily remaking it from scratch. It can be played on both original hardware and emulation. Modern Vintage Gamer did a full in-depth video about the GBA port of Tomb Raider. If you want full details, check out Modern Vintage Gamer's video. This Demaster of Tomb Raider still plays amazing on the GBA.
Let's go for a swim. The jump button and the directions move me around underwater.
Yes! Yes!
Number 9. Portal 64.
Very good. You are now in possession of the Aperture Science handheld portal device.
Portal is an all-time favorite for many Half-Life fans. The ability to travel between two portals is amazing, and it even led to fan-made mods for Portal. But did you know there was a Demake of Portal for the Nintendo 64? Created by James Lambert, he created the task of bringing the entirety of Portal onto the Nintendo 64. The project has since been taken down, but the project is still available thanks to this fork called Portal 64 is Still Alive. The original creator had nothing to do with this fork, and honestly I don't think he'll ever take the risk. This fork is done by his fans continuing his work, I suppose. This fork's goal is to remove all of the Nintendo's proprietary libraries in order to avoid legal trouble with Nintendo. So anyway, just like a lot of N64 games, it supports the Rumble Pack, and it's also the very few Nintendo 64 games that supports anamorphic widescreen. Modern Vintage Gamer also did a video on this, so feel free to check out that video as well. And the Nintendo 64 controller is almost ideal for this type of game. As you can see, I'm playing it right now on my original Nintendo 64 using my flash cartridge. Oh, and it also works on both original hardware and emulation. This Demake proves that you do not need the up-to-date modern graphics, because Portal still plays amazing with this Nintendo 64 coat of paint. If you want to check it out, Portal is super cheap on Steam, and there are instructions on the GitHub page that shows you how to build the Nintendo 64 ROM of Portal 64. Even this guy on Griffin Gaming's chat has said this. Man, I remember playing Portal back in 1998. Good times.
Welcome to Test Chamber 4. You're doing quite well. Once again, excellent work.
Nice.
Number 8. Slayer's Testament. Doom 2016 is my all-time favorite shooter. I played it a hell of a lot on the Nintendo Switch. The Switch version of Doom 2016 is a phenomenal port. But did you know there's a modification like this for Quake 1? This modification of Quake turns the game into a Doom 2016 Demake using the Dark Places engine. G-Man Lives has covered this Quake mod, and it is phenomenal, making Doom 2016 into a retro-style shooter. The game still plays very, very well. You have super low latency, which means you have no lag whatsoever. You have 240 frames per second, and you can even play the classic Doom levels with this modification as well. I had a lot of fun playing this, especially on Ultra Violence. If you're a hardcore Doom fan, and if you have Quake, go check this out. Number 7, Counter-Strike 2D. Counter-Strike is by far the most popular multiplayer shooter of all time. In fact, it is the most popular esports game of all time. The fact that Valve continues to deliver content for Counter-Strike to this day speaks for itself. With that being said, created by Unreal Software, Counter-Strike 2D is a free, fast-paced, top-down demake of Counter-Strike. Available on both Windows and Linux on Steam, Counter-Strike 2D is 100% free, zero costs, no payments, no pay to win, no way to spend money. That's right, you don't have to pay anything to play this game. The developers just want you to have some fun. In addition, this demake continues to get updates to this day. If you're a Counter-Strike fan, go check this out.
Don't pick a fight you can't win!
Number 6, GZPT. PT, known as Playable Teaser, is a demo for the cancelled Silent Hills game available on the PlayStation 4. Now, I never had the chance to play the original PS4 version, but I did play this special version on MetaQuest, available on itch.io. GZPT is a modification of GZ Doom that turns Doom 2 into a PT Demake. And since this fork of GZ Doom, known as Quest Z Doom, was developed by Team Beef, these guys managed to make GZPT compatible with the MetaQuest standalone VR headsets. You guys did a fantastic job, especially you, Dr. Beef. I don't know about you, but GZPT is the most scariest way to play PT. Something about the Doom engine and the horror stuff blends together very well. And this GZPT being available on MetaQuest really brings you to that immersion even more. Number 5. Dead Rising Chop Till You Drop. Dead Rising is a very well-liked action-adventure zombie game on the Xbox 360. But there was also a demake of Dead Rising on the Wii, called Dead Rising Chop Till You Drop. Unlike other demakes in this video where they are fan-made recreations, Dead Rising Chop Till You Drop on the Wii is by far the most official demake of Dead Rising from Capcom themselves. This demake of Dead Rising is official as it's ever going to get. You're welcome. Anyway, this version of Dead Rising, although the gameplay is similar to the original, there are a lot of key differences, such as the removal of the photography system, a smaller mall, more restrictive movement, a shift to a gun-focused combat style, and a linear mission structure replacing the 72-hour time limit. Overall, for a Wii demake, not bad. If you want a stripped-down version of Dead Rising, you could do a whole lot worse than Chop Till You Drop.
It's time I win for myself!
Number 4. BloodbornePSX.
It's all in your brain! You plague-ridden rat! Cursed beast!
Now, going back to the fan-made demakes, BloodbornePSX is a demake of the beloved Souls game on the PlayStation 4 made by From Software, Bloodborne. It's available for free on PC for both Souls fans and PlayStation 1 fans. This PS1 style demake really captures the PS4 original nicely, and once again proves that you do not need to have the most up-to-date modern graphics to make a good game, because Bloodborne still plays amazing with this retro style. The original download of this was taken down by Sony, but you can still download the 1.05 version on the Internet Archive. Good thing it's not lost forever. If you're a Bloodborne fan, this demake is a must play.
I'm not wanted here!
Number 3. Halo 2600. Halo Combat Evolved is the first-person shooter that redefined the first-person shooter genre. It is the game that made everybody fall in love with the franchise. Now, with the recent announcement of the less than impressive Halo Campaign Evolve remake,
Gee, thanks!
This demake for the Atari 2600, Halo 2600, developed by Ed Fries, the former vice president of publishing games at Microsoft, and was also involved with Bungie. He developed a Halo demake for the Atari 2600. In Halo 2600, the game sees players control Master Chief and fight through 64 screens with varied enemies. Completing the game once unlocks a tougher legendary mode. This demake can be played on original hardware, both 2600 and 7800, as well as emulation. If you're a Halo fan, give it a try. Number 2. Zelda 16x16. The Legend of Zelda is an all-time classic on the NES. Being a top-down action-adventure game, it is the Zelda game that is still loved by many. Now, I don't know much about the Zelda 16x16 Demake, so I'll let Mojo Plays explain it for me. Mojo Plays?
Created by Ben Purdy, Zelda in 16x16 takes every visible and distinguishable feature of the NES title and strips it back to something that could have been released and functional on the Atari 2600. The best part? It is completely playable. It uses the original map while tweaking a few mechanics to fit this more minimalist vibe, and it is shockingly very enjoyable. It's a true link to the past. Did you see what I did there?
Number 1. Nazi Zombies Portable. Call of Duty World at War Zombies is a fan-favorite zombies mode out of any Call of Duty game. This version of the Call of Duty Zombies mode is still played by many gamers to this day, more so than the newer Call of Duty Zombies modes. Nazi Zombies Portable is a fan-made demake of the Call of Duty World at War Zombies mode, using various forks of the Quake engine. This homebrew masterpiece continues to get new updates to this day. This Call of Duty Zombies demake is available on multiple homebrew platforms, such as the PlayStation Portable, PlayStation Vita, Nintendo 3DS, Nintendo Switch, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and Series S, Windows, Mac OS, Linux. You can even play it on your own web browser, such as Brave and Firefox. I have played every version of Nazi Zombies Portable, minus the Nintendo Switch version. So, if you're a Call of Duty Zombies mode fan, give this one a try, because this is still amazing to play with the retro style coat of paint. And we are almost done. Now, there is one more thing that my notes is telling me, but I'm not exactly sure what it is.
Yeah, we watched the Candace Owens thing. This is such a silly argument. Yeah, dude, it's like... Has everyone not... like, genuine question. Has anyone not heard the term demake used in the context of a game stripping away features? Like, I'm pretty sure that's a pretty common slang term that the kids are tossing around the internets today, right? Hell yeah, on their MySpaces and Facebooks and shit. I mean, maybe I'm just a boomer, I don't know, but, you know. I remember many games being considered a demake because they were worse than the original version, not just because of graphics.
You're a fucking idiot.
Please, whatever you do, do not misuse the terms demake or demaster. People like Griffin Gaming likes to use the term demake as if it just means it's technically inferior to the original in a sense, when in reality that's not what the term demake is. Like I said earlier in the video, a demake is a remake of a game on an older or less capable platform, or one which converts the game to an older graphical or gameplay style. Games such as Portal 64, Slayer's Testament, or Dead Rising Chop Till You Drop are demakes, whereas games such as OpenLara on Game Boy Advance or Doom 2016 on Nintendo Switch are demasters. And that's what this comment says. It says here that, no, Griffin, you're straight up wrong. The term demake is entirely used as a game that's been recreated to match the aesthetics for older consoles than the origin game for fun. Nobody uses the term like that at all. Having missing features in a remaster or remake is indeed a common issue, but that's not what it's called. I know I'm just arguing about the terminology here, but his arrogant attitude over the matter annoyed me a bit. So please, whatever you do, stop you misusing the terms demake, demaster, or whatever. It is incredibly cringe. Please call demakes and demasters by their actual terms, and everyone will get along just fine. I'll tell you what, Griffin Gaming, I'm gonna let you debunk it after you watch this video. Sound good? And there you go. That's the end of the video. What did you guys think? Do you want to see more demakes? Let me know in the comments below if you want to see more. And stay safe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. This is Raymond YouTube 1, and I'm out.